Nene yazike kanzu.
I had to borrow a kanzu.
Nenonye ya best man nebula.
I looked for the one for the best man and I failed.
Owe motoka atusabe 10,000.
The owner of the car requested for 5,000 from us.
Nenonye 15,000 okumala emyezi 2.
I looked for
twale 3.
Najemba requested from us 30,000 to get a gown for my wife.
Nezimbula.
And I failed to get the 30,000.
Ne bayingira mu duuka.
They entered into a shop.
Ne bagula toilet paper.
Some tapes.
Olobaze kutimba motoka.
They have come to decorate the Dr. Selwada Mundeba.
Yangatira ku Crusade.
Where did you know Crusade?
Obufumbo obutukuvu.
In the holy matrimony.
Alese Crusade e Masaka.
He had taken a crusade to Masaka.
E Buyoga.
In Buyoga.
N'alangirira.
And he declared,
abaavu bonna,
all the poor,
tugenda bagatira ku Crusade.
We shall wed them from the crusade.
Ebyuma twabireese.
We've brought the machines.
Tulako katono nk'obujulizi.
First guest and I give you a testimony.
Ebyuma twabikoze eki?
We've brought all the machines.
Abaavu bonna,
all the poor.
Muveeyo mujje wano.
Come out.
Kanisa yonna n'ekyuka.
The whole church turned.
Nega nti ntale.
He said, Ntale.
Wulira ekyamagero kyo.
Hear your miracle.
Naye sebo nga n'abannepankirako nabo baavu.
But those who were against you are also poor.
Naye nga nze ekyange kyasukka.
But mine was worse.
Eriyo abantu abali wano.
There are people who are here.
Ng'ekikyo kisusse obw'omulamuzi.
When yours beyond measure.
Ekyo Yesu kyagamba nti mujje gye ndi abakooye.
That's the one Jesus said that come unto me who are weary.
Mwenna abakooye mugongere.
All those who are weary.
Tuze.
All those who are weary said that we've come.
Dr. Selwada n'akola crusade.
Dr. Selwada began the crusade.
Ku Sunday lwagimaliriza.
As was winding up the crusade on Sunday.
Ne balangirira.
They declared.
Embaga yange.
My wedding.
Ne mukyala.
And my wife.
Ha.
Ho.
Ekiteeteeyi Najjemba. Eyali asiba mukyala wange.
The dress which has been given my wife.
Yatusaba emitwalo 3.
Najjemba requested from us 30,000 to get a gown for my wife.
Nezimbula.
And I failed to get the 30,000.
Embaga n'etuuka nga zigaanidde ddala.
And the wedding, the time of the wedding reached when I totally failed to get the 30,000.
Nengenda ne mwegayirira.
And I went and pleaded with her.
Twamuyitanga Senga Najjemba.
We used to refer to her as Senga Najjemba.
Naga nti mutabani.
Same. My son.
Obadde oteese otya?
What were you planning?
Konze tuwole ebbanja.
That give us
Nambuuza nti nga bwe weeraba.
And she told him,
the
way you look, the way you see yourself, where will you ever get the 30,000 shillings? I said, but there is a kanzu around here. It's one I should dress your wife with. That's the date that you can manage. It's for 7,000. And she was given an ephah. I looked for the suit and I failed to get it. I had to borrow a kanzu. I looked for the one for the best man and I failed. I also bought it for him a kanzu. The best man got a coat which he borrowed, which was fitting him. It was blue in color. I, the bride, I got someone whom I got a coat from, which was green in color. Now we went. Said to neighbor, now they have gone. The bridegroom is in green, the best man is in blue. But Jesus wipes tears, ladies and gentlemen. Clap for Jesus, for he's going to wipe away your tears. Shout, let him wipe away my tears.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
ebyo byonna tibyandinumye naye ekyannuma
All those things that have hurt me, but what hurt me so much?
tulako katono
First, get seated.
yogera ekyannuma.
Should I say out what hurt me so much?
Naalongo bamaze omusiba ekikanzu
After no longer was dressed in the kanzu,
banga nti nona mukyala womutwale ku Crusade babagatte.
they said, go and get your wife so that you can be wedded to the crusade.
Ow'emmotoka yatusaba 10,000
The owner of the car requested for 5,000 from us.
ne nnoonya 15,000 okumala emyezi 2
I looked for 5,000 shillings for 2 months
ne zimbula.
and I failed to get the money.
Kyova olaba nkyawa omulogo.
That's why you see me, I hate sorcerers. 5,000 shillings
ne zimbula.
and I failed to get it.
Bwe zambula
When I failed to get it,
15,000 ze njogerako ze zino.
the 5,000 I'm talking about is the one I'm having. That paper note in green.
Ne zinoonya emyezi 2 ne zimbula.
I looked for it for 2 months and I failed to get the money.
Kuba njogera ku mulembe gwa Museveni era zaali 5.
Because I'm talking about this generation of 7, it was 5,000.
92
Around 1992.
okuvunjisa kwali kuwedde mu 87.
The exchange of the money was finished in 1987.
Nenyimira mu luguudo ng'omulalu.
I entered the road as if I was mad.
Dr. Selwada ali eri ku Crusade agamba.
Dr. Selwada is on the crusade saying,
Abagole nga situbalaba.
we are not seeing the brides.
Tunaatera okuggalawo.
We are about to close.
Nenyimira mu luguudo luva Masaka lugenda Semba bule mate.
I stood in the middle of the road that moves to Sembabole from Masaka.
Ne ngamba tuwali motoka egenda kuvaayo eyo.
There is no cow is going to come from that side,
Yadde side ye.
either from this other side.
Emmotoka zonna nzisibye.
I have stopped all cars from moving.
Kyawandiikibwa.
For it's written,
Kye tulisiba ku nsi.
whatever shall bind on earth.
Ngambira neighbor nti embeera ekuleetera n'okukolimira abatambula.
Say to them that the situation can make you cast people out just on their own ways.
Kye tulisiba ku nsi.
Whatever shall bind on earth
Kirisibwa n'emugulu.
will be bound in heaven.
Nenyimira mu luguudo wakati.
I stood in the middle of the road.
Ngenda okulaba akamotoka kava side ye.
I saw a car coming from the other side.
Ntandika okusongayo.
I pointed it there.
Olaga wa?
Where are you heading to?
Nasibye emmotoka ezitambula.
I bound all cars which are moving.
Akamotoka tekeyongedde tikaze.
The car continued to come
Ne kansibirako vuum.
and it stopped where I was.
Nga nti otyo.
And I said,
Lubaze.
now it has begun.
In fact, ndowooza lwakuba seeyambula ngoye naye nali ngudde eddalu ndowooza.
The only thing that I didn't put off my clothes, but I was already mad. I wasn't understanding anything.
Omulaba asobola okukuwanyisa n'otuuka ku level nga tokyabitegeera nga buli w'okwata wagaana.
And then we can exchange you and you reach a level whereby everything is totally blocked.
Ani yali atuuseeko mu mbeera eyo?
Who has ever been in such a situation?
Nga buli w'okwata wagaana.
Wherever you touch, things have failed. Wherever you call.
N'eyakuyambanga nga tiwali.
And the one who used to help you, there's no help now from him.
Akamotoka ne kansibirako.
The car stopped where I was.
Nagenda okulya ng'omuntu ayita.
I heard a man calling.
Ntale.
Tally.
Konze wangi.
I said, what?
Ate tuze ku mbagayo ate oli mu luguudo.
We've come on your wedding and you're in the middle of the road.
Yogera ekyo kigambe neighbor. Tuze ku mbagayo.
We've come to attend your wedding.
Ate oli mu luguudo.
And you're in the middle of the road.
N'ensembera ndaba akola atya.
I came close to see who is talking.
Nga Maama Robina.
She was Mama Robina.
N'ekiwalaata.
With her bald head.
Ne Mukasa.
With someone with a bald head and then Mukasa.
Ne Galiso.
And Galiso.
Ne Kaboogere.
And Kabogere.
Ne Siraaji.
And Siraji.
Benvuga nabo ebigaali.
The one I push carts with.
Beekozeemu omulimu.
They organize themselves.
Bazze ku mbaga y'ow'ekigaali.
They have come to attend the wedding of a push cart, someone who pushes the cart.
Yita fire tobalabanga abantu bali.
Call fire.
Ono Maama Robina.
This is Mama Robina.
Gye tuli akatogo.
That's where we used to eat katogo from.
Kyava bambuuza okukola ki mu luguudo.
They said, what are you doing in the road?
Konze emmotoka yabuze.
I failed to get the car.
Ekula etya.
To do what?
Etutwala ku kisaawe ne Naalongo.
To take us to the beach with
Naalongo.
Naalongo. She's there Sengana Jemba's place. They said no. Let us move out of this car. You go and let your house enter into the car. And we drive out to the Crusade. A miracle began from there. They drove the car unto Najemba's home.
Ngenda okutuuka ku Naalongo.
By the time I reached Naalongo,
nga baamukubyeko pagaalo.
They had made makeup on her face.
Alinga ettaka ly'ekiswa.
She was looking like the soil of an ant hill.
Naalongo yansesa.
I really laughed so much. She made me laugh. She looked funny.
Sirirwerabira.
I'll never forget that day. And I call her Naalongo. The other makeup of Longa was quite different from yours. Raise hand and say that Jesus will help me. I tell you, she was as red as that carpet. And I looked at her. They are all flowing. We had no maids.
Okay.
I'll not take long, for we shall pray. I told her, stand up and we go. Now those guys of the cars, let us first decorate the car. They entered into the shop. Some tippies. They have come to decorate the car. Did you ever see the tippies which were in plain color? The blue tippies. They were all decorated on the car. This runs from the beam light to the behind. And they're decorating it when we are inside. It set off. We were heading to the football pitch. When things of your clan are still entangled with you, it started from here up to that camera. A worldly wind came and blew away all the decorations of the tippies. It went on hooting. Went on hooting. Until reached the pitch. And Dr. Selwada, where the brides are. We moved out.
Mami Frida.
And now Mami Frida.
Chara Sara Bunjo.
Jamada. Mr. Pastor Bunjo. Pastor Jamada. Pastor Bunjo. Those old pastors you are not aware of, the Pastor Majwegas.
Bansumba.
Pastor Nsumba. Where are the brides? We moved out when we were a laughing stock. Whoever looked at us, we said, oh my God, see someone's daughter. They are feeling pity for the daughter. No one had pity for me. So Dr. Selwada wedded us on a crusade. After wedding us, instead of calling for gifts, he called for those who have to accept Jesus. Do you have people here who want to accept Jesus?
kati owakamotoka n'atabukira bali abo ebigaali
Now the one of the car, the owner of the car,
n'abagamba mwangambye essaawa 10
turned against those fellows of the cars that you told at 6.
kati yina eri ssaawa emu
Now it's already 7.
nze ngenda baleka
Now I'm going to leave
nze
you.
ngenda baleka
I'm going to leave you.
mba ntudde
As I was seated there,
nokulya nga bankonako
someone touched me.
ntale
Antale,
nannyini kamotoka agenda
the owner of the car is going.
onaava otya ku kisaawe
How will you leave this speech?
konze mumulagambe
So tell him
akaleete
he should bring it
tube nga abagenda okukyusa
so that we appear as if we are going to change.
atuteeka emabega w'ekisaawe
Then he will put us behind the pitch.
mugende
Then you will go.
n'akaleeta
So he brought the car.
ne tukayingira
We entered into it.
ne kaweta bwe kati
It went behind the pitch.
katuteeka emmanju w'ekisaawe
He dropped us behind the pitch.
nazzaamu ayo b'ebigaali
And those cart pushers entered in.
ne baddayo e Masaka
And they went back to Masaka.
ne ŋŋamba Nalongo gyamu engatto
And I told my Nalong, remove your shoes
tugende eka
so that we can go home.
njogera ebigambo bino n'empulira
I'm
byenna.
saying these words and I feel
abantu abamu bwe mubeera mu kyaki
some of you when you're in church,
abamu mulina n'endowooza erowooza nti obujulizi obumu tebuliiyo
some of you have even the thinking that maybe some of the testimonies are not there, they don't exist.
teri muntu ali ku levo kwendi
There is no person who is at my level
n'emyaka gyange n'abazzukulu 10
and my age and 11 grandchildren,
nzijje nkubuulira ekitaliiyo
so that I can come and tell you something which never existed.
sirina weefuniramu
I earn nothing out of it.
nyina abaana bandaba
How my children, they are watching me.
omukyala ndaba
Now your wife is watching me.
ab'ekyalo bandaba
People from the village are watching
gye
me.
nakulira bandaba
Where you grew up from, they are watching me.
n'enkwata omukyala ku mukono
I held the hand of my wife.
n'asitula ekikanzu kye
She lifted up her hands
ne tutambuza bigere
and we walked on foot
nga tuli bagole
when we were brides.
okuva e Buyoga mpaka e Kasambya mayiro 4
From Buyoga up to Kasambia, 4 miles.
nga ffe bagole
We were the brides.
titwafuna kifaananyi na kimu
We never got any photo.
kameramaani yatugamba tumunoonyeze 5,000 akwate omukolo gwonna
The cameraman requested for 5,000 from us
ne zitubula
and we failed to get the money.
emmoloka yali ya 5,000
The car was for 5,000.
ne zitubula
We failed to get the money.
nga baatuwaanyiza
We were totally exchanged.
njagala wabeerewo ategeera ekiro kyaleero
I want someone to understand tonight.
kyukira nebbe omugambire nti omulabe we asobola okukuwaanyiza
Turn to your neighbor and tell him that your enemy can exchange you.
n'akuwa omulambo mu kifo ky'omwana omulamu
And he gives a dead body instead of a live child.
dokita musumba
Pastor,
era oli dokita
you're a doctor.
Profesa Kibuula ali Masaka
Professor Chibole is in Masaka.
asabira mu Victory Church wa Nanziri
He prays from Pastor Nazareth's church.
yajja mu church
He came in the church
nga baamuwaanyisa
when he was exchanged.
nga profesa
He was a professor
alina diguli 12
with 12 degrees
ng'asomesa mu primary
teaching in a primary school,
ng'afuna emitwalo 15 omwezi
earning 150,000 shillings a month
ne diguli 12
with 12 degrees.
omuntu omuwaanyise ne bw'aba ne figa tebamuwasa
Someone who was exchanged, even though you look beautiful, no one marries you.
ne bw'oweesiiga ebizigo bakulaba oli wa black
Even though you smell self, they see you as black or dark skinned.
ne bwe weefuuyira akawoowo
Even though you spray perfumes,
tiwali akawulira
no one hears it.
ne tutambuza bigere
We walked on foot
paka waka
up to home.
mulamu wange omuto wa mukyala wange
My sister-in-law
yali yamulekedde mutabani waffe talemwa
we had left our son Talema with her,
nga yamuwadde n'emmere gy'anaafumba ey'amatoke
with even the food she was to prepare,
n'ebinyeebwa by'anaayiwamu
with the groundnuts she would put in.
twasanga akatogo k'ebinyeebwa kaasiridde ne kaaka
We
omuliro
found that the stove groundnuts was even burnt.
naye ng'enjala kyetukola
But we were too hungry,
ennyonta
too thirsty.
olugendo
journey.
Then I
said, sister-in-law, what is the food? The child you left with me cried so much, and the food got burnt. Now ask your neighbor, is that a wedding? But once we rose up,